Welcome to my lesson on warm-up. Here, you'll learn what happens behind the scenes when you run warm-up in Woodpecker. First of all, warm-up is the process of building trust with an email service provider. To build trust with an email service provider, you need to show that you are a legitimate sender. It basically revolves around showing that your emails are welcomed. This is not easy to do with your cold outreach, as it is with, for instance, newsletters. You do not have the opt-in from your recipients. They simply do not expect an email from you. First of all, you need to have all your authentication in place to signal that you own the domains. I covered this in earlier lessons. Make sure you watch these. Secondly, your emails need to be welcomed. In practice, this means your recipients interact and engage with your emails in a positive way. They open them, they reply to them, just like you would when writing to your friends and colleagues. Warm-up is the process to emulate those positive interactions. As I mentioned in the previous lesson, nowadays, the processes are automated. When your email account is added to warm-up network, it will be prompted to send emails to other email accounts in that network. Those email accounts then reply to your emails and you reply to theirs. Additionally, other positive interactions are emulated, like taking your emails out of spam, marking your emails as important, opening your email multiple times, and so forth. So this process is called warm-up. But why is it called warm-up specifically? Well, in the early days, warm-up was used only on new email accounts. And because they needed to be warmed up to the email service provider, the industry adopted this type of terminology. Nowadays, it's common practice to keep the warm-up on even after the initial few weeks. This is because the warm-up emails provide a steady stream of positive interactions. Those positive interactions counteract negative interactions you may get from your cold outreach. We'll cover that in more detail in the reputation section. When we started Woodpecker, it was common practice to warm up a new domain for at least 3 months. Today, you will most likely encounter the advice of doing a 2-week domain warm-up only. This is mostly advice given from lead generation agencies that need to provide value for their clients ASAP. However, the medium with which they provide value, the email account, need to be warmed up to be trusted and deliver emails to the inbox. So what they naturally do? They try to cut the warm-up as short as possible. And if you recall, I said that warm-up is the process of building trust. And building trust takes time. No one can tell you exactly how long you need to warm up for perfect deliverability, but generally, the longer, the better. If I would have to give a number, I would recommend you to warm up fresh domain for 2 months. Then, slowly start to introduce some cold emails in month 3. Your warm-up is like a foundation. If your foundation is shaky, you'll have to work extra hard to keep your deliverability healthy. Alright, that covers what warm-up is in a nutshell. Now, in this lesson, I mentioned the word trust a lot. Trust in the email world is also called domain reputation. Let's cover that in the next lesson. See you there.